All right, I'm starting to lose my patience here tonight. I know I should be more patient. I know I should be more grateful that we're still only a game out of the AL East. We just beat the Brewers 2 out of 3 in convincing fashion. But I'm starting to get ticked off here. We come into Baltimore, a huge series against our division rivals, the team that was only heading into the series a game behind us in the AL East, and we just gave the lead away because it's not that the Orioles are not a bad team. The Orioles are obviously a great team with a bright young future ahead of them, whatever the future is now for the Orioles. But we come in, and the first 2 games, with the exception of Austin Wells and Juan Soto, we do nothing. Another day where the offense goes quietly into the night. Another day with grounding into double plays. 3 tonight. Judge, Rizzo, Stanton. A game in which the Orioles explode in the 4th inning for 3 runs there. Another game in which we see a big strikeout by Judge in a big spot. Glaber with multiple strikeouts. A game in which the Orioles score a run in the 2nd inning because Rizzo can't come up with the ball. Soto it doesn't tell Rizzo, hey, call it off. I'm going to catch it. And Rizzo makes a stupid drop of a pop-up. And then there's a ground out, and Glaber trying to throw out the runner at third hits the base runner. And so the base runner scores. Stupid stuff like that. It's like, yep, there is the Yankees we've seen for most of April here. This is the team that's fallen off a cliff. At least we have the Knicks tonight. At least I have that, which after this game I'll be watching and hoping the Knicks can close out here against Philadelphia. Right now they're up a point. But at least that's what's going to get me through tonight. But it does have been a frustrating night because my computer is on the fritz here. It looks like my computer is like, I think it's on life support. Hopefully it's like the Jimmy Carter life support where it just stays alive forever. But yeah, so all of that leads to my frustration here tonight. And the Yankees, starting at the top of the first where Judge grounds into a double play. And what happened is I was expecting Judge was going to have a monster series. That didn't happen. Nestor looked good in the first inning. Then you had the bizarreness of the 2nd inning, which I just explained. Austin Wells did tie it up in the top of the 3rd. That was great to see. Game tied at 1. That was Wells's first home run of the year. For some reason I thought he had 2 or 3, but no, that was his first home run of the year. Good job by Austin. We had Nestor escape trouble in the 3rd. Bases loaded. He did a good job there. Stanton striking on the top of the 4th on a 3-2 count. Hits the bat. At least he shows some emotion there. And Nestor looked good at least in part of the bottom of the 4th. Striking out Cedric Mullins. But it wasn't enough there. Let me just go over the bottom of the 4th here. That's really where the Yankees went and died. It was a double by Mateo. A strikeout. A double by McCann that scores Mateo. A single by Kowser that sends McCann to 3rd, and 2 runners on. Mound visit. Maybe we can turn something around. We have Gunnar single, scoring McCann, and then we have Adley Rutschman single, scored by Kowser, 4-1. And from then on, the Yankees really had nothing going. They weren't really interested in scoring runs at this point. I'm not going to say they weren't trying, because they tried, but they weren't really interested in getting runs across the plate, which is the name of the game in baseball. And we're not interested in that after that. Other Yankee highlights, they got caught a guy stealing in the bottom of the 5th. That was sweet. Soto's home run was fantastic. Utah Street, I believe it's Utway Street, whatever. The street there is in Baltimore, near the warehouse. Very few home runs are hit on that street. Soto becomes the 11th or the 8th Yankee to hit one on that street. Was it 447 feet? 8th home run of the year. It's going to be very difficult, no matter what happens with the Yankees going forward. It's going to be very difficult to see anyone, especially now sadly with Trout's injury today, which I just feel so bad for that guy. Dear Lord, take all of Mike Trout's suffering and give it to Aaron Boone. But it's going to be very difficult. Maybe Bobby Witt, maybe Gunnar, but it's going to be very difficult to beat Juan Soto and his MVP chances right now. The way he's just absolutely balling. That was his 8th home run of the year. He's been so dynamic for us and such a prolific player for us. He's been everything we could have asked for. Nestor entered the 6th with a 1-2-3. His final line, 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Yeah, if it wasn't for that 4th inning, he would have had a good start. But unfortunately, that 4th inning happened. That's most of Nestor's starts. It's good except for one bad inning. A lot of infield ground balls that go into the gap. And it'd be nice if anyone other than Juan Soto could hit on this team. It seems like, but what are you gonna do? And why is this team always taking first pitch strikes with runners on? I thought this team was different. I thought the hitting philosophy was different. Doing the same crap we always do. And then Judge striking out there in the top of the 8th and the ending there, just disappointing. Really was expecting more from this team. I don't know why. And it's not they had a good start, but I've seen what they've been doing in Milwaukee. I was thinking, okay, they're going to get things settled down. They've got it figured out now, and they're going to have a great series. And they really haven't. I mean, yesterday was bad. Today, at least, we had a couple. I mean, other than Soto and Wells getting hits, we also got to credit Volpe for getting hit today. But outside of that, another bad day for Judge, Rizzo, Glaber. Oswaldo's his average continues to drop. Trent Grisham batting .091. It's just not going to win. You're just not going to win baseball games. I know it's surprising, but you're not going to win baseball games when you can't hit. That's what this team's doing right now. They're not hitting. Back-to-back games here. And if this was against a bad team, like if you were against the White Sox, this is the Orioles. You got to step up. We started off this season thinking this team was a World Series contender. And right now, and we thought that things were back on the right track after the Milwaukee series. But now we're right back to the same crap we were always doing. Not hitting, grounding into double plays, mistakes on the base path, mistakes in the outfield. We're not going to win that way. And we got to turn around. Fortunately, we have 2 more games in the series. If we can win those 2, we're right back to where we started before the series. It's time to get it going. Time to fix things up, and we'll see what they can do tomorrow. We'll see if the team decides to hit tomorrow. Very important game tomorrow with Hill on the mound. So going up against Corbin Burns, that is going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge. Let's see if the Yankees are up to it. That's it for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, like to see, make sure to subscribe down below. I'll be back tomorrow. Yankees-Orioles Game 3. I pray to God they do something other than strike out. Take care and God bless.